Hello guys, welcome again to another episode of Pinoy in Australia. Today we're going to replace the CB joint boot of my Toyota Kluger. So the CB joint is located on the left hand side. The left hand side, that's the one that have problem in the CB joint boot. The boot is already cracked. So I need to replace it because all of the grease is spilling out of the boot. So guys, join me how to replace the CB joint boot of this vehicle. Okay guys, let me explain to you how it is a procedure to replace the or to remove the CB joint on the front suspension. This is located on the left hand side. Basically what you first need to do is remove the tires. Then after you remove the tires, you need to remove the brake pads carrier. So after you remove the brake pads carrier, so the brake pads carrier is attached on this side. So that's the location of the brake pads carrier. After you remove the brake pads carrier, you can remove the rotor disc. Then once you remove the rotor disc and the carrier, the brake pads carrier, you can remove now the nut of the axle. So the nut of the axle, so this is the axle, the front outer side of the CB joint. So this is the axle. So you need to remove this is the first the next one that you need to remove. So you need to remove the lock. So the design of this nut is some kind of locking nut. See, there is a bended portion on that nut. See that one. You need to straighten that area, because what they did is the design of this nut, in order to lock, you need to bend that portion and it go to the shaft, to the slatted part of the shaft. So the tools that you need to remove this nut is 1 and 3/16. So you need the flower type 1 and 3/16 socket. So then after removing this one, you can tap the tip of the shafting with the rubber mallet. Tap it to become free from this wheel bearing. Once this one moves, it means it's already loose. Once you tap it in, you need to remove the nut here. This is attached on the lower control arm, and there's one another bolt here, and this one is attached on the top of the shock absorber. So the size of this spanner, the size of the spanner that you need to use to remove this bolt is 22 millimeter. So you need to have a spanner and a breaker bar to remove that one, or you can use a rattle gun. So once you remove those bolts that's securing the housing of the wheel bearing, so that's the left hand side axle. You need to pull this away from the control arm. You need to pull this one away from the lower control arm. Then this one you need to remove this one from the upper to the shock absorber. So let me show you the vehicle part. So this is where those 3 bolts are attached, and this is the other 2 attached. See? So once you remove this one, before removing this one, make sure you have dismantled the ABS sensor. Then make sure you secure it. So this is the brake pads carrier. So I secure it by using a bungee jump cord. That's what I use to secure the brake pads carrier. Then after that, once you remove the wheel bearing housing, so this is the housing of the wheel bearing. Once you remove this portion, this part, the next thing you need to do is to separate. Next thing you need to do is to separate the inner CB joint housing from the shaft. So what I did is, originally this one is attached on this bolt. So in order to separate these two, I just keep pulling this shaft until it become free from this housing. So because this is rubber, once you force this rubber away from this housing, this bolt will become free from the housing of the CB joint. Then the next thing that you need to do is to pull this CB joint housing or the inner shaft from the transmission side. So what I did is I use a vice grip and I pinch the vice grip on this side of the housing of the CB joint. So when you do this, guys, just be careful not to damage this portion, because that's where the bearing is rolling. So in this side, it doesn't matter whether you scratch it, because there's nothing attached on this portion. Then after that, after pinching the vice grip, I use this sliding hammer. So usually the sliding hammer comes along with the adapter. This is the adapter. So in order to mount this adapter, you need to remove the adjusting screw on the back of the vice grip. So this will replace the adjusting screw of the vice grip. So once you pinch this one, once you pinch the housing with the vice grip, you adapt this shaft. You adapt this shaft in here. Yep. So once you adapt this one here, you lock with nut. This is the locking nut. So once you secure this portion, you can start pulling the sliding hammer. So it took me 5 pulling of the weight of the sliding hammer before the CB joint inner shaft become free from the transmission. And make sure that you have some kind of container to catch the ATF coming from the transmission, because it will spill on the ground. So the reason why I removed this CB joint is because, see, the boot of the shaft of the CB joint is already broken. So I'm going to replace this, guys. Okay guys, that's how you replace the CV joint both of Toyota Kluger or Toyota Highlander. So if you find this video helpful and you like more video like this, please press the like button and subscribe button, and also please press the notification bell so you will be notified every time I made another video. Okay guys, ciao. Thank you for watching.